2027 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Dan Tomaso. Wanted to come on here because we do have an approaching line of showers with some embedded thunderstorms. Now, I will say that a lot of this is weakening as it heads to the east, but nonetheless, we've had some relatively warm weather ahead of this front, and that's driving the shower and thunderstorm activity that we're seeing right now. Not really any big threat of big gusty winds, but 40, 45 mile per hour gusts have been observed within these, which is sub-severe criteria. So again, there are some wind gusts, but the question is how gusty will it get as they approach our region, and we are seeing that on the visible satellite picture. Basically, multiple rounds of showers and a couple areas of thunder being touched off by this cool air rushing in from the west. Now, keep in mind, yesterday's high, 72 degrees. Today, we've been in the 60s all morning. It didn't drop very much, but when we look at overall the shower activity that we have locally, it is, again, very spotty, and not everyone's going to get rain out of this, but if we do get rain, it's certainly a benefit, as we do need this for the drought conditions we have locally. So, again, this is not going to be rain for everyone, but as we zoom in and show you radar, here we go, as it updates, we do have a strong storm statement, which is a mouthful, for parts of northeastern Juniata, northeastern Perry counties, but any severe warnings have been allowed to expire as these storms are likely below severe limits. In fact, over the last few frames, only 1 or 2 lightning bolts being observed by our system. Over parts of Perry County into Cumberland County, Adams County also seeing some showers along this line, but these are much weaker the farther south you drop. Then behind that, over Fulton County, there's another line of showers, maybe a few thunderstorms there, approaching parts of western Franklin County over the next half hour. And then zooming out, we have even more developing off to the west and northwest of State College. So it'll be some time, but there's even an additional round of showers and storms looking likely for the second half of the afternoon. But here we go. You can see the big westerly flow here coming over the Great Lakes. That's the colder air. In addition to the chances of showers and storms, even in between, there will be some gusty winds upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. So oftentimes we talk about gusts coming from individual showers and storms. In this case, it could even be in between some of the activity too. Speaking of those winds, let's take a look at some of our local observations. Easily over 10 to 20 miles per hour consistently, but some of those gusts, as we've heard from some of our reports for areas off to the west, have been upwards of 40 miles per hour, if not greater. And I want to show you two now. Our live view coming from Beaver Stadium. It looks like it is down at the moment. We'll check back in with that. Lewistown, though, you can see the flag whipping around thanks to that storm coming through. Mifflintown also pretty gusty, but some sun breaking through the clouds there. A little bit farther to the east, we're seeing clouds here in Harrisburg, but peaks of sunshine, so we're waiting on the rain to get here. It has not yet arrived. York, same deal, a little bit farther to the south. Lots of sunshine, temperatures near 60 degrees. It's a nice afternoon ahead of these showers and storms, and the area that'll stay driest longest will be areas over Lancaster County, even Lebanon County too, so there's still some dry hours yet to go. The biggest difference by this evening will be the temperature drop. It's already 39 in State College. There's a huge temperature gradient from State College to Harrisburg. So again, over a 90-minute drive, a 20-degree drop from the mountains and to the southeast. I will say, I did see an unconfirmed report of thunder snow in the State College area as the line arrived. Again, there was enough push, at least initially with the line, that perhaps there was some kind of big, wet, chunky snowflakes coming down. But for us, it is going to be more about the temperature drop. It's going to be more about the winds picking up 10 to 20 miles per hour on average. Some of those gusts over 40 to 45 miles per hour. So the big setup shows it's this front here for the afternoon that we're contending with. That's why we're getting the showers and storms. But an additional trough rolls through tomorrow, and it's kind of this reinforcing shot of cool air, and that's why tomorrow is the coldest day of the week. So let's show you precision cast and just kind of timing out the rest of these scattered showers and storms. I would say any time before sunset, there's at least a 50-50 shot of getting a shower or thunderstorm at any given hour, but that really shuts off after sunset. Why? Because the sun is driving a lot of the energy to make these showers and storms. And tomorrow, I think we start with some clouds, end the day with some clouds. It's going to be overall a chillier day on our Wednesday before sunshine breaks back out on Thursday. So quick look at rain totals. And in terms of any additional rain, a couple hundredths of an inch. If you've gotten a shower or thunderstorm already, maybe closer to a tenth, but again, additional totals will not be all that impressive. Very quickly, I want to touch on the extended forecast because there's a lot of exciting things coming, which kind of makes sense given the time of year that we are digging out of these troughs of low pressure. So by Thursday, the cool air is more retreating to the north and northeast, and then all of a sudden, this big burst of warmth coming in with a ridge of high pressure from the southwest really begins to impact the forecast. And some forecast models keep this pump of warm air going into next week beyond Easter Sunday. So rather than seeing drops into the 40s and 50s temperature-wise, we could be more consistently in the 60s. Again, fingers crossed that actually happens and we turn the corner here, but the 7-day forecast is reflective of that. So highs today, we've already likely seen low to mid 60s, now starting to cool off, especially by later tonight. Temperatures drop to as low as the upper 30s tonight and 50s for tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if areas west and northwest of Harrisburg struggle to get out of the 40s. Now, by the end of the week, it's a totally different story. That warm air returns, as I just showed you, 70 by Friday and likely middle to upper 70s for Saturday, and still pleasant weather for Easter Sunday. So beyond the 7-day forecast is where I think there's at least the possibility of additional warmth. So back here again in the ABC 27 newsroom, that's the update on showers and storms. I'll go back to radar here one more time, and we'll take a quick look at how things stand. But in terms of any watches or warnings, we are clear of that in the Midstate. If there are any, you'll see them scroll on our website, abc27.com, also on the air when they happen. But we had 2 earlier warnings that clipped far northern areas of Mifflin County, but that has been it so far. So if anything changes, I may come back out for another recording, but in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Bundle up for tomorrow with the chill and then a much warmer outlook by the weekend. Thanks for watching.